Hi there, it's Sally from Rickety Snippets here, and today I've got a fun freebie project for you. I can't say fun and freebie together. So we're going to make some Halloween dragon envelopes, and then we've got some tags and some bits of ephemera to stash inside with these little dragons on them, with sitting on pumpkins and dressing up in witches' hats, and we've got some black cats in there and bats as well. So it's a free printable, and you can get it following the link below, and then so you can print it out and then follow along with me. So I'm going to show you how to put them all together and decorate them, and then you can give it as a gift or a card for someone on Halloween. And there are also ways you can use them in your journal. So if you stick around, I'll show you a couple of ways to use them in a journal at the end. So these are how they print out. So you get two pages to cut out, and I have already cut all the pieces out, and I've inked or lightly inked all of the edges. So I printed everything onto 160 GSM cardstock, which is a nice lightweight card, but you could also print it onto a kind of heavy-ish paper as well if you wanted to. Okay, so let's start making. First thing I'm going to do is create some score lines. So I'm going to start with this piece, and I want to score around these 4 lines in the center here. And once I've made those score lines, I'm just going to pull these flaps up and fold them in. And I'm going to fold them back the other way. If you want them to lie really flat, you can just go over them with a bone folder. There we go. So dead easy to put together. You just pull in the side pieces and then pull over the bottom flap. So the bottom flap is the one with the flat top instead of the point on it. And then I'm just going to put some glue right on the edge of those 2 side pieces at the bottom. And just along there. And I'm also just going to put a line of glue over the edges, on the edges of the bottom flap there. Push it into place. You just want to avoid putting glue right on that edge there, in case it kind of goes over and sticks to the back of the envelope, which you don't want. There we are. So that's the first envelope, little pumpkins and some dragons on it, and we'll embellish that in a minute. So let's make up this. This is going to be a tag. So I just need to score along this middle line. And I'm going to fold that in. And I'm going to stick it together. You could, if you wanted to, you could leave a gap at the side, so it was a pocket if you wanted to. I'm going to stick those 2 together, so you've got a nice double-sided tag there. Smooth over the bone folder, and then I'm going to trim off any bits that kind of are a little bit misaligned there. There we are, so nice double-sided tag. And then this is another envelope, so I'm going to score that here, and along the edges of the tabs. There we are, so folded along all of those score lines, and now I just need to put some glue on these tabs here. So I'm going to go right up to the edge of the folded line there, and then glue all over the rest of the tab. And then just stick the back of the envelope onto the tabs. Yeah, that's envelope number 2. And then this one, this is a kind of wallet, I guess, or a pouch, really. So it hasn't got a flap, but I'm going to score along the tabs and this line between the two images there. Stick the other side down. So you have a kind of little wallet. I'm going to put this tag inside there, but I'm going to embellish that tag first and put a little tab on the top. So I've got this tab, which is a kind of cotton spool shape. So I'm just going to fold that in half like that to create a little mini tab. But I thought it would be fun to stick this on first. It's got this kind of little fake string hanging from it, so I thought it would be quite sweet to have that kind of hanging freely from this tag. So I'm going to put some glue. So I put a little bit of ink on the back, just some subtle ink so it's not white, and you could write on that if you wanted to, journaling or a message or something. So I'm putting glue on the back of those rope strands, and a little bit on the top of the tag as well, just because that's very fragile, that fussy cut. Stick it like that. Have the whole of the string, that's it. And then I'm just going to glue this tab on the top. So I'll put glue all over one side, and then just on the bottom bit of the other side. That. And then I'm just going to line it up on the top there. And stick it down. Try and get it straight, which my tabs rarely are. And then I'm going to flip this over, because I think it's quite nice to have something on the back as well. So we've got some circles that we could use as a tuck. Maybe that one, like that one. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom of that one. Stick that down. And we can stick a little tag into there. So do like this, tags on tags, within wallets, within envelopes. So that's going to go inside there, inside the little wallet, like that. And then you can write something on the top here if you want to. And then this piece, I thought it'd be quite nice to have something to keep that closed, the top of there. So be a nice little number on there. We've got number 31 for Halloween, October the 31st. Stick that on there. And then that flap just tucks under it. We need something to go inside that. So maybe this little chap, put him in there. And then on the back, I thought we'd have a little pocket on here. Something to put this little fellow in. So we've got some labels. We could have "Too Cute to Spook" on there. That's quite nice. Or this one. Yeah, I think I might use that. I like the colours on that. And I'm just going to put some glue along each side and along the bottom. Stick that down. There we are. a little mini envelope. And then on the large envelope, I think it'd be quite nice to use that label on the front there. You can address it to whoever you want to. So I'm going to stick that down. And there, you could have made that a pocket if you like as well. Oh, it's a bit much, isn't it? And then so these things are going to go inside here. And you want something on the back there as well, so I think I'll use that other round. Also got this pumpkin head, which could look quite good, I think. Might get a bit damaged over time, so I might just stick to the round for that one. So I'm going to put some glue again at the bottom. And just stick that down there. We've still got a couple of things over, but I'll think about what to do with those. So there we are. So if you're going to gift it, too much. It's a bit much as it is, isn't it? Okay, so that's it. So it's ready to gift if you wanted to give it away, or if you want to put it in a journal. I'll show you a couple of ways that you could do that. So let's find a page. So with all envelopes, they're great actually for like flapping over a page like that, and so you can just use a paper clip, or it's one of my fancy paper clips, just to hold it in place like that, with all your stuff inside. But you can kind of, let's take those out for a minute. You could use it so that way, so that it is just literally an envelope over the top. Or you can turn the flap the other way around. So you would want to have printed something on the back of the envelope. So you could use it that way round. And then use that as a pocket like that, or over the top. Cleaner page. Over the top like that, so that it could just sit in there, and you could tuck things inside like that. And then so you can make it temporary by using the paper clip, or you could make it more permanent, and have it say over the side of a page like that. And if it had a pattern on it, you could even create a kind of permanent pocket there by putting glue along there, and then you could tuck things into the side like that. This one, as it is, you could use this tuck here, tuck something behind like that, so you get like, oh, what a surprise as you open it up. So yeah, a few different ways you could use it in a journal. And there we are, our Halloween dragon envelope, all finished with lots of lovely bits inside. I hope you've enjoyed making it as much as I have, and if you want another dragon freebie and you missed my recent dragon pocket, I'll pop a link to that on your screen so you can watch that next. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because next up we're heading into the full Dragon Gold Edition junk journal series, where I'm going to create a junk journal from start to finish, week by week. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderfully dragony Halloween. Bye for now.